Today I wanted to share something to consider if you are interested in a deep understanding of our consciousness in relation with physical laws. And everyone is welcome today to join me. But I wanted to share one thing. Quantum mechanics is quite a huge theory, and it's very powerful. It has changed the world picture of the world. So the traditional physics cannot cover everything that we already know about the world. So the quantum mechanics and physics here to explain the rest. There are limitations so far that we as humans see in both. Why we are still learning traditional physics in school? Because it explains larger phenomena in the world, yet it's limited to the fact that it cannot explain the smaller ones. And quantum physics is here to explain, and it explains the smaller ones. But it was born in 1950s, and yet even Einstein said that there are spooky action in a distance, something like this, when not everything was explainable, and by now it's not. Quantum physics is accepted as a science, but in relation to other areas of our life, like consciousness, is called speculative by GPT chat, for example, and it's not conventional and it's very controversial. And I thought, okay, GPT chat, you are still controversial, yet you exist here and help a lot to many people. So I'm very open to discuss controversial things that can help us to get closer to peace. It's my vision. Oh, I'm looking at my picture. This quite powerful picture for me. I basically I painted my vision. And quantum physics, there is and excuse my language because I'm not very good in physics, and I can forget and don't remember the exact words and proper terms, but there is such phenomenon as entanglement, like entangled. It's it says that two objects far away from each other can sense or change states. Like one object changes state, and another object which is far away and with no physical force involved can change its state too. Another thing in quantum physics is that it says that the action of observing something causes its existence. For example, if we don't see a cat in a box, we cannot say it exists there. We cannot see it, observe. And the implication is quite controversial, because science, as we see it, is where we can test something empirically, and when we use our senses, like sight, hearing, taste, to get evidence that something is existing. If we cannot see it, for us, for many years, it doesn't exist. But now even science gets to the point that there are some phenomena that we cannot see, we cannot hear, yet it exists. Like, for example, energy, right? We see the results of its existence. Likewise, with consciousness, we can see the result of consciousness work in changing reality. And to go further away in this controversial topic, some people say that um, change in consciousness or work of consciousness can actually changes the reality. It's quite a big statement that we as an objects who possess consciousness, or we are part of some bigger consciousness, we can influence the reality, we can create it by something without any physical force. I mean, consciousness can be described as energy too, and energy is quite a physical force. But in this way, we can use this energy to influence the reality. Well, I'm not sure how clearly I described this thing, but I was fascinated yesterday by these ideas. I was reading a book, Quantum Enigma, and I was like, wow, especially with the consciousness. When we know ourselves, when we are interested, like when me as a person are interested in myself, to know who I am, what is my consciousness, what are the limits of my consciousness, what are the powers and strengths of my consciousness. I have to absorb my consciousness for that. And doing that, I create my consciousness in a way it exists more fully. Not just in theory that each person has consciousness, but personal engagement in her or his consciousness and developing it and studying it and getting to know it better, that's what makes it exist in terms of quantum physics. If I'm right, if there are some physics specialists, please correct me if I'm not getting it right. But I really wanted to connect it with psychology and everyday life, that to highlight the importance of getting to know yourself first of all. And when you get to know yourself, when you are introduced to yourself, when you become a friend to yourself, when you start to love yourself, then your journey to peace starts. Then you can embrace different perspectives. Then you can tolerate different opinions. It all starts with a desire or intention to know yourself and know more about consciousness. Consciousness is what makes life worth living. And this quote is from another book called Are Agora. I will put the book's names in the description. But and consciousness is what keeps us apart so far from artificial intelligence. We know we are living, we know we exist. This knowledge and experience of life, what makes us different so far. Okay, so hopefully I brought some interest here for you to get out and research this topic for yourself. because it's quite interesting, and it has a lot of potential and a lot of practical implications in everyday life and in creating mindset and in shifting mindset. I'm really excited to know more about it, because now I'm kind of feeling, yeah, I'm excited, but I like cannot get it in my hands yet. But whoever will interested in this topic, could you please connect with me, and I would love to discuss it more, because I'm super excited about it. Thank you for watching, and connect with me.